These snake eggs are on day 78 of incubation. And once again, we have a few eggs that were knocked over. I noticed that there's one snake that's fully out of the egg. I'll put him in a separate enclosure with the rest of his clutch mates. As I look around, I notice that there's a few shells that are empty, but I only found that one snake. Just like yesterday, before I start my search for the missing snakes, I'm gonna rearrange these eggs so they're all face up. If snake eggs are in a rotated position for a prolonged period of time, it could damage or kill the embryo. So I'm gonna mark these eggs with a little bit darker of a marker so I could quickly make sure they're facing up. After inspecting the eggs, I noticed that there was a total of 4 empty shells. We found 1 snake so far, so that means that there are 3 more that are missing. There's also 3 more eggs in this clutch. 2 of them look like they pipped but didn't crawl out yet, and 1 didn't pip. I'm not sure why they wouldn't crawl out, but I'm really hoping that they're okay. I'll give them another day to crawl out, and then I'll widen that opening that they already made and see if that helps. And I just spotted one of the missing snakes. I'll remove the entire egg crate so I could dig through the substrate and find him. The first one was pretty easy to get out. He didn't burrow very deep in the substrate. The second one took a little bit more digging, but I was able to find him and separate him into the other enclosure. That's 2 hognose, but we're still missing 1. I gently raked through the substrate and watched for any signs of movement. He burrowed a little deeper than the others, but I saw his movement and I was able to catch him. After catching and separating him, I smoothed out the substrate and leveled it, and then returned the eggs. We're still waiting on 3 more eggs. Here's a look at the snakes that already crawled out. You could see these babies rattling their tails at me. Rattlesnakes are the most well-known species for rattling their tail when they want you to leave them alone, but a lot of other species do it as well, including corn snakes and these tricolor. So I'll leave them alone now, and I'll get the eggs back in the incubator. In about 10 days, we should see the snakes have their first shed.